Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&Chew Guy, and this is the number 11 dry snuff review. Number 11 review out of the first group, dry snuff, nasal snuff. And it will be a review of a product from McChrystal's, which is a United Kingdom company. It is McChrystal's Smoker's Blend. So let's take a look at the packaging. It is a 5-gram tin. Evidently in England now they are also packaged in the cellophane wrapper that was present in a review of the original dry snuff from them. Berg's Dip Reviews did it in the last month or so. So I'm going to get this wrapper off here because it's just posing problems with reflection and whatnot. It's just a basic, somewhat tight wrap job with cellophane. It's not like a shrink wrap though. It's like a little square of cellophane that they've wrapped the product up in. All right, so that's what you're looking at. In relation to a dip can, all right, they're pretty small, all right. Everything basically is on the front, including the warning. The lettering in the red band there at the midway mark, it says Smoker's Blend. Up top is the genuine and original McChrystal's Snuff since (1926). All right. On the side, you have a rib that comes out. The break in the can, the lift-off section, will be above that rib, right where my thumbnail is. On the back, tell you the truth, I didn't even read it because when the plastic wrap was on, it was blocked. It's another warning label. It's so I am going to lift this off. It is just a lift off can. Actually, breaking my own rule here. Hold on. I am slapping it and then slide it back and forth on the table to level the product. While I'm sliding it back and forth, I'm also turning the can. All right. So it's just a lift-off container again, which has now got some suction to it. Ooh. Okay. McChrystal's holds true. Okay, that's good. They don't fill. I guess their cans are just slightly larger. They're not filled to the top as much or in visually as the Wilson of Shara. Okay, this is an SP, sort of a natural, with what I've been told, and it seems to be true, a heavy underlying tone of bergamot. All right, citrus, basically. Bergamot is basically it's a sour orange. It looks like an orange and a lime collided at high speed, and this is what they grow them in Italy, but they have an oil that they produce from them that is very citrus forward, and they use it to scent snuffs. So usually if an SP has citrus, it's bergamot. All right, so I'm going to try to get you a look in the can here. Unfortunately, with my light and camera here, it always makes the product look a little more bleached out than it actually is. That is actually a medium brown. All right, let me see if I can. This is sort of tricky for me to do here. It's a medium cut, supposedly. Medium moisture level. It looks a little fluffy, which is what I had been told it should be. So everything is good. As far as the color, it's probably best on the camera to go by the shaded shadow parts of it. I'm going to take 2 little bumps of this. Again, this one is not going to, I'm not going to knock them out really. Not that I've really knocked any of them out this far, as I try to get myself reacquainted. But this one does have a rep for hitting you in the back of the throat. Now this is going to be a sort of a full-bodied natural, okay? Maybe a little darker than the last one I had, which was the Top Mills. Why they call this one Smoker's Blend is up for debate. Smoker's Blend or snuffs that are called Smoker's Blend usually have a heightened nicotine content. To try, the idea is that you switch over from cigarettes to snuff. That's why they call them Smoker's Blends. And that evidently is not the case with this one. I've read quite a bit of discussion online. Some of the Smoker Blends are made to have the scent essence of cigarette tobacco. In today's age, that doesn't really translate well in my mind. I guess they mean the scent of cigarette tobacco from decades past, but we'll see. Anyway, so that's what we're looking at here. Slight burn. It's got a little bit of a nicotine kick. But it's not like, it's not through the roof by any means. It's all right. It's a natural, as I said. They usually call them SP in the dry snuff world, outside of the United States anyway. Bergamot is definitely present. It is a little bit darker than the SP that I did the other week, the Top Mills. It's all right. It's definitely easier use, not as much burn, doesn't hit you in the back. The last SP I did before this was actually the Wilson of Sharrow Gold label, which, although it did have a pretty decent nicotine kick, was very, I found it to be dry. The product was as it should be, but it tended to be dry and fine. And that was the one that, I don't know if it happened on camera, but it kept hitting me in the back of the throat. This one, it's a little bit fluffier. And it's pretty good. I mean, see, really, this first grouping has thrown me for a loop for what I am actually into dry snuff wise anymore. When I ordered this first group, I ordered stuff I thought I was going to be very into and that people would like, and I really didn't put enough thought into it, and that is my fault. Because I wasn't keeping beginners in mind. That and my own tastes had changed. So I'm going to do another little bit here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That one hit a little bit too far back. Wow. It does kick, though. Now, if you see me holding this nostril. That's because this one over here, I do have a deviated septum, so it is a little bit harder for me to pull product with this nostril. Anything on the nose? Nope. Yeah, it's good, but again, this is something that's not really going to be for beginners, I don't think. I don't see people... Mind you, it's a 5-gram tin. The tin was probably no more than $1.50, maybe. But, you know, the thing about this is, if you go to MrSnuff.com, which is what you're going to have to for most of this stuff, you're going to have to pay a base price of $10 shipping and handling. Now, to get that base price shipping and handling to go up, you're going to have to order like 12 to 14 products, and then it'll jump up to about $13. Now, I have no association with MrSnuff.com. It's just the easiest overseas option. Some of these companies do have their own websites and do have stores on those websites. Wilson of Sharrow is one. McChrystal's actually might. www.mcchrystalscompany.uk. I don't know if they have a store, but they have a website. But Mr. Snuff basically is the house that has all the companies under it. Oh, this nostril's bothering me on the one side. So that's why I keep referencing it. It's not because I have any affiliation. I'm not looking to get any affiliation. It's just, it's sort of the only game in town for this stuff. So, yeah, I mean, like a tin like this, a 5-gram tin, is going to be well under $2. So if you're buying 10 tins anyway, and you want to try it out, or any of these ones I said aren't really for beginners, you know, it really, you're paying the $10 base price shipping anyway. So you got room to maneuver there with, you know, 12 products. It's $1.50. You know, it is what it is. If you don't like it, it's not like you're stuck with a ton of it, and it's not like it cost you, you know, $5. The product's going to be good. Whether you care for it or not, the products will be fine. I can almost guarantee that. It's not going to be some issue like an Outlaw line of dip or anything like that. Okay, number one, the can's not going to cost you $5. Number two, you know, I've never had a dry snuff show up bad, with the exception of that Viking, that one Viking. But there were other things going on with that, which I'm not going to get into here. This stuff, in my mind, not for beginners, but a good product, quality packaging. I don't like these lift-off lids, but you could never carry that around with you. But really, I don't carry dry snuff around with me anyway. That's not something I do when I'm out and about. You can't use it really outside if there's any wind, number one. But this is an all right, it's a good product, quality product with quality packaging. It does have a little bit of a nicotine kick that's nice. It's a little fluffy, so it's okay taking it and whatnot. Not too much of a burn. Doesn't go back and hit the throat like a couple of the other SPs I've done. I just don't see it as something for somebody new. That said, you know, as the prices go, I guess somebody new can afford to find that out for themselves. I guess that's what I'm getting at. Why this is called a smoker's blend, I'm not quite sure. That part is a question to me. In the second group, which will be showing up early in the next couple days, there is another smoker's blend. It's called Quit. It's from Toke. And that one does have a much elevated nicotine count. So this has been the review of McChrystal's Snuff Smoker's Blend in the 5-gram tin. It's all right. It's good. Just not something I see a beginner digging too much. All right? So I am the Suit&Tie Dip and Chew Guy. Do take care of yourselves. And as always, God bless.